I'm glad you are watching New Vision TV's Pearl of Africa Diaries with me, your Pearl Guide, Rarithina Seji. And as I told you, New Vision TV's Pearl of Africa Diaries is your home of adventures where we give you the best in Uganda. Today I'm joined with Becca Masheta, the co-founder of Travel Maniacs. Masheta has traveled almost half of Uganda, the whole of Uganda, and he's going to tell us some of the adventures he has encountered. Masheta, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ruth. How are you?
Very well.
Just to correct you, I haven't traveled the whole of
Where have you gone?
I've covered part of Uganda.
Part of Uganda?
Yeah, so we're yet to cover the rest of it. So far we've done just a few places. So
those are the places that we are going to tell us about. I understand you have gone to Wanale Hill.
Yep.
Tell me about it. What do I need to go to Wanale Hill?
Not much. Just have to prepare yourself because it's a hill first of all.
When should I start preparing to go to Wanale Hill? Is it a week before? Is it a month before? How long should I? What time do I need to start preparing to go to Wanale?
One, it's of course you need money.
How much money?
Depends on how much time you're going to spend there. But also, you need enough time to save this money. Because I know so many people out there want to travel, but they can't raise the money that they need to travel to a certain place. Yeah?
Okay.
So for Wanale Hill, the last time we went there, every time we go there, it's always different. So you might go there today, and maybe the price of fuel is down.
Okay.
So it won't be so expensive.
All right.
So different factors determine the cost of a trip.
Estimate the cost that I need.
On a normal day, you might need around 200,000.
200,000. That is one trip, spending a day or more than 2 days?
More than a day. That's like 2 days.
2 days, 200,000.
Yes.
So Ugandans, don't you think you can spare 200,000 and go to Wanale and spend 2 days? Okay, so tell me, 2 days, 200,000 shillings.
Yeah.
That is like 100 per day.
Yeah, but this comes with transport, some meals, not all, and then security, because of course it's not a place that you're used to. The people there don't know you, you don't know them.
Okay.
So for purposes of safety, you need to consider security.
Security is important.
Yeah, so you also need you need to pay someone to take you there, say a guide or something.
A guide.
Yeah. They normally take about 10 to 15,000, depending on the size of the group.
Size of the group.
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand when you went to Wanale, we are seeing some pictures just flowing. Those are some of the pictures that they took while they were at Wanale Hill. It was a group of people.
Yeah.
How many people were you?
The last time we went, was insane, pretty insane. We were about 65 people.
65 people.
Yeah, those were
Tell
like
me about the journey, basically, from Kampala to Wanale is in Mbale.
Yeah.
So tell me about the journey from Kampala to Wanale. What are some of the experiences you encountered? Any stops during the way?
Yeah, we made a stopover at Najembe Trading Center in Mabira. There is quite a lot that happens there. They sell foodstuffs, gonja, roasted chicken, chomo, and of course photography along the way.
Oh yeah.
And it normally takes about 15 to 20 minutes because I personally would prefer going to the stove and get fresh muchomo instead of buying through the window.
Oh yeah, they always do that.
So only about 20 minutes to get all that stuff sorted.
Chicken.
Yeah, chicken, gonja, drinks, just to refresh yourself. And, the journey gets a little bit boring as you go because people are tired.
How many kilometers are there from Kampala to Mbale?
I normally consider the time I spend on the road.
Okay, how much time?
I need about 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours. Okay, you've told me about Najembe. From Najembe, which other stop did you make?
We didn't make any other stopover.
No more interesting.
No, yeah. So after Najembe, we just headed straight to Mbale. Yeah. So I forgot to talk about accommodation. At Travel Maniacs, we focus on selling the camping experience. So there are people who don't even prefer sleeping in tents. So accommodation
It is
in
not.
Mbale,
It is very rare to find someone who loves to stay outside in the wild in the night.
but that's the most exciting thing.
Yeah, but those who love adventures,
Yeah,
I
so
can
it also
testify to
depends
that.
on what your budget is that is put aside for accommodation. But averagely, you might need like 55 to 60,000 bed and breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always sort out.
Okay, Masheta, back to the journey to Wanale Hill. I want to know, stopovers, you said you only stopped in Najembe,
Yeah.
and after Najembe, it was all the way to Mbale.
Yeah, true.
You have reached Mbale town. Tell me about the journey from Mbale town to Wanale Hill.
You need about 20 minutes from Mbale town to the foot or base of a hill.
Of the hill, yes.
Yeah. The terrain doesn't seem to be so good.
Okay.
But of course, I've done this a couple of times when I was still young. I used to like go to Wanale and hike.
Okay.
But we used to walk. But at the moment, since it's clients and you don't want them to really get so tired, you have to drive there.
Oh.
Yeah. So
From Mbale to
to
the foot of the hill. Okay.
So the hill is actually 2,000 feet high. And on a normal day,
Can't even
average,
say anything. Okay.
you need about 2 hours.
2 hours to reach
go, yeah,
the
to
hill.
go, yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to rush because it's a bit tense up there. You just have to take your time eventually.
So what activities, tell me about the activities, the interesting activities that you people engaged in as you went up the hill.
I don't want to lie. There's nothing
Interesting
there's
about
nothing interesting about going up. The only thing that would
What? Okay.
would look like fun is you laughing at someone because they are not moving. And you have the energy.
It seems so far that
Yeah.
people can't move.
Yeah, but it's actually fun because it's always good to move in a group. Like,
No hikes? Tell me about the hikes, the hiking.
that's the whole part of going up.
So basically it is
It's a
hiking
hike
all the way to
to the
Wanale Hill.
top, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, basically that. And then of course there are different photography shots that you can get.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Wanale Hill, if you want to take, okay, I will not advise those that are having, okay, those who are in, having their honeymoons, you can go to Wanale Hill. But those who are, if it's your wedding day and you want to have your photograph at Wanale Hill, I have to advise that may be your last day, the only day you've spent in your marriage. But however, I know photography is one of the key things that people who have so far gone to Wanale Hill prefer and want to do mostly. Take pictures, raising their heads, raising the flags up. It is really, really a thrilling experience. So hiking and then photography is one of the main activities that people engage in, and also it is what you engaged in while you're there.
Yeah, and then of course, when we got to the top, we played games. Just, bonding games, basically.
Bonding with other people.
Yeah, then getting to know the community. And,
Which languages were people speaking with the, the locals there?
it's Bugisu.
Do you speak Gishu?
Oh yeah, because
But what's your tribe? Yeah, Gishu. Ah, what's your botanical name?
Masheta.
Masheta is a Gishu name. Come on. Okay, Ruth, the voice is my botanical name. It is really crazy. Okay, so you're Gishu.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was easy for you to communicate.
Yeah,
Basically, communication is really key. When you go to a place and you don't know how to communicate with them, please find a local who understands your language, and then let that local translate what you want to communicate with the people there. So, Masheta, you were with someone I'm going to invite now,
Okay.
that you went with to Wanale Hill,
Yeah,
so they tell us.
He's one of my clients.
You're one of your clients.
And
Okay.
then he also does our photography.
Oh, so he's going to tell me what it takes.
Yeah, he's one of our photographers. I have a big team of photographers.
Oh.
So he's one of them.
Okay, so let me welcome the photographer for Travel Maniacs. So that he tells us what it means to take a picture when you're above there and how you bring out the sight. Mashetan Group went to Wanale Hill. He's going to tell us what... But let him first introduce himself to us. Hello, how are you? And welcome to the show.
I'm very fine, Ruth. How are you?
Good.
I'm very glad to be here. My name is Derek Kawi, and I was the one who was on the camera to Wanale Hill in Mbale with Travel Maniacs. And I must say...
I've seen very, very beautiful pictures. Tell me, did you learn photography, or it is just, you know, the skill within you that brings out, you know, the picture?
Photography is a passion. It is something that I love. And taking a good picture actually doesn't take quite a lot if you love what you do.
Okay.
So taking pictures in Wanale was so easy because actually people were so receptive to photography.
Okay.
You know, we went with a lot of girls and, you know, every time they see the camera, they're like...
Yeah, they pause.
So it was kind of easy for me. It was very okay to, and it was okay to photograph them, and they actually loved it. So it was very easy to get the shots that made the trip beautiful and worthwhile.
Did you enjoy the trip, or it was just taking pictures?
You know, when you're a photographer, definitely you have to first put the enjoyment aside for part of the trip, and then you focus on the work that brought you.
Okay.
But Wanale, I did enjoy the trip myself.
Okay,
I
tell
would go
me.
back, really.
Tell me those thrilling experiences that you encountered.
You know, the part of climbing the hill, as Becca said, you see people struggling, but then for you, you have the energy to go
You're
up.
running up.
Yes.
Okay.
So like I'm trying to take a picture. Someone is panting, very very tired. So you try to take the picture, and then they're like, no, first wait. Let me first wash off my sweat. You know, that kind of thing. Eh?
Aren't you panting yourself because you're running up, and then there are other people who are really slowly moving up?
No. I actually had to balance the thing.
Okay.
And you have to go to a certain limit. Then maybe you take the people down, and then you let them go. So you're down, and then you take the people that are up.
That is hard work, right?
It is.
But it is passion. You managed to go up the hill.
Oh yes, I did.
What are some of the views that you saw when you're up there?
As you guys already know, Wanale Hill is 2,000 feet above the ground. So you can try to imagine the views that you get when you're up. You see the whole of Mbale town, and there's just quite a lot of green down.
Okay.
So you can see the roads, you know, the houses, the trees.
You see the rooftops of the houses?
You see the rooftops of houses. Actually, the most thrilling thing is you see where you started from. So that gives you a bit of...
And if you have heights, so you can't go up if you
No, you cannot go up if you... You can go up, but you cannot look down if you fear heights. Yeah. Because it is...
I'm already scared. I've never been to Wanale Hill. So I'm imagining.
No, if you fear heights, please don't look down, because it is actually some bit of a cliff. So you can easily...
You can roll the other side?
If you fear. But then we went with people who are very, very courageous and strong. Someone can sit at the top of the cliff, and then they look down. They see, actually they can sit, this is the cliff, so the back is facing down, and then someone is on their phone. You'll see pictures. Yes. So
and some people jump, spreading their legs on top of the hill. How do they do that?
Those jump shots? No, those ones actually are dangerous, and we don't advise people to take them close to the cliff. So they come a bit farther from the cliff, so you can jump easily and safely, because Travel Maniacs values
people's lives
very, very much.
Oh, good. So I really want to know okay, you told me about the roads and then, the rooftops. Are there landmarks in Mbale that you see when you're up there?
When you're up,
any landmarks that you say, okay, that is maybe, should I say, no, mauve, or should I say, I'm going to say something funny. The LC one is office.
No,
Or, you know, the roundabout. Do you see it when you're up there?
Yes, you see as I told you, you see almost Mbale. Mbale, the people, the vegetation, and then some part of the city. Then there's some hills, I don't know if they have names, but you can see the hills. And
more hills,
valleys, yes, when you're
Which
up.
is the highest? The Wanale?
Wanale should be the highest, it is. Yes, so I think that's why people love it, and the waterfall that gushes down.
There is a waterfall on
Oh,
Wanale
yes,
Hill.
there is.
What is it called? Wanale Waterfall?
It should be Wanale waterfall.
I need to get
But
to know that.
it is a very nice, spectacular view. People should go and check it out.
When you guys were traveling, did you encounter someone like a local was telling you about how Wanale Hill came about? Okay, the way it adopted its name from. Did you encounter someone who was telling you?
Myself, because I was kind of busy, but there was someone who was explaining to the guys how the history, the people, and how they live.
Do you remember some of the things they said that you can share with us?
What they said, I was not there to hear what they're saying, but maybe what I saw.
What did you
The
say?
people up there are actually living a traditional kind of life. I didn't see any person with power.
But, yeah.
Yes.
No electricity up there.
No.
Oh, meme, really? Okay.
Then the houses, these are the traditional houses. Some have iron sheets. Then some have
Grass.
the grass thatched huts.
Okay.
The people there are, these guys who are not so much exposed. So when you're trying to deal with them, you deal with them when as you're dealing with someone who is a local person, like someone who is in
Omuntu wa wansi.
Exactly. You have to deal with them as the omuntu wa wansi, not telling them things of pizzas and what.
Selfies.
Yes, smart selfies.
Smartphones.
No, they don't want to know that.
They don't know. They really want to know, but they don't know.
Yes,
that is
they
the way.
actually don't.
That's their lifestyle.
And they have, I even wonder how they graze cows from up. How do they even get up there? That's something that's.
They do. We should ask Chintu, the one of the first Baganders. How did he, do all that? Anyway, Derek, thank you for giving us that experience. It has really been nice getting to know, those travels and experiences. And that is what we want you people out there to experience. Get to, this is the experience. You can also have your own experience. It does not take much for one to, prepare and also to prepare and go to Wanale Hill. It is a matter of, saving for some time, and then 200,000 can take you to that place. But if at all you have money, come on. Just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to Wanale Hill to experience what people talk about there. But before we close this show, let us just look at what Wanale Hill and the background. Wanale Hill, is it a name of the person? Is it a name of the person, or just something that just came up? Let us take a look at the background of Wanale Hill, and then we can close the show. Mbale district, which harbors Wanale Hill, is approximately 240 kilometers by road, and it is situated in the east from Kampala, Uganda's capital city. From Mbale town, one can walk approximately 18 miles to Wanale's base. By taxi or personal car, it is a 30 to 40 minute ride. Take a left turn after the Mbale High Court and follow the road that goes down to Busamaga Primary School. From here, you take a right turn onto Bumboy Road for 15 to 20 minutes. Standing at the height of 6,864 feet, Wanale can be viewed from all areas in Mbale and neighboring districts. It covers a huge portion of Bugisu's land surface. Mbale town literally lies at its foot. From town, one can descend through splendid-looking waterfalls, which all originate from the mountain top. The locals refer to Wanale as Bugisu's temple of nature. The waters that flow from Wanale spread to every river in Uganda. Named after one of the sons of Masaba, the patriarch of the Bugisu, Wanale is believed to be the place where Nambara, the Kalenjin woman who prevailed upon Masaba to get circumcised before they got married, came from on her way from Kenya. Wanale lived up on the mountain. Friends from Bugisu called him Sinkoho, or someone who likes chicken. The Baganda chose to name the mountain Nkokonjeru because of the many white chicken Wanale reared. There are many caves on the mountain, though people know only one. Many of the mountain's earliest inhabitants lived in the caves. Kaunka Cave is the most prominent cave of them all. So that is it for Wanale Hill. From these two, this has been their experience. We all have different experiences, but as we sign out, Derek and Macheta, last word for the viewers.
Guys, Wanale Hill is waiting for you. I don't know if you guys are also waiting for it, but you should go and visit it pretty soon. Bye.